After Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen received their Olympic rings, the Bulls took it to the Bucks.
B.J. Armstrong on the run. Scottie Pippen.
Now the Bulls have just stole the ball right out of their hand.
And even with a sprained ankle, MJ can kill you.
7 to go on the clock. B.J. for 3.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened. He made him pay.
Thursday, the Bulls traveled to Orlando to face the Magic. And though Jordan was hobbled by a sore ankle, his teammates showed him the way, and the Bulls continued to roll.
Michael sets, Michael fires, and Michael hits. This has not been a lot of fun, folks.
Back home, the crowd awaited a marquee matchup.
Watch this, the 2 leading scorers in the league.
But these area artists took a backseat Saturday as Trent Tucker led Chicago to their 5th straight win.
Trent Tucker hasn't missed tonight. Still perfect. 24 for Trent Tucker.
Hot in the Bulls' trail of the streaking Cleveland Cavaliers. Last week, Mark Price beat the Heat, matching his all-star game performance and tying a team record in the process.
Price, another 3. Good! Price, 27, and he has 6 3-pointers.
Cleveland then headed out on the start of a 5-game road trip, loosening up the Lakers with a little inside finesse. Then hitting an incredible 10 of 13 3-pointers.
Another 3-pointer. That's marvelous. That is absolutely marvelous.
After a remarkable shooting demonstration from beyond the 3-point line.
The Cavs finished the week by snapping the Suns' 19-game home winning streak, pulling to within a game and a half of the division-leading Bulls. In the West, the Houston Rockets serve notice that they're not to be overlooked in the competitive Midwest Division, blowing out the Jazz in Utah in convincing fashion.
What a huge victory, maybe the biggest of the season for the Houston Rockets, as they sound a warning, I think, to the Utah Jazz and the San Antonio Spurs. Here we come.
Back at the Summit, Charles Barkley and company were looking to slow down the Rockets' blistering pace. But Houston served up their 2nd consecutive blowout.
The Rockets are off and running.
Running and gunning.
Down to 2 seconds. 1 second left. Maxwell throws. The Rockets can do no wrong.
Saturday, the Dream welcomed Dikembe Mutombo and the Nuggets to town.
Back to Scotty Brooks. Oh, pass to Herrera.
But the greeting that awaited Denver was anything but polite, and the Rockets won their 6th straight.
Otis. All right, now the Rockets have taken the game to another level.
Finally, George Karl's Seattle Supersonics are back on track. Dana Barros led the charge off the bench against Minnesota.
And he drains another one. Dana Barros guns another one down.
While the high-flying Sean Kemp helped power the Sonics over, through, and around the Sacramento Kings. Seattle headed home for another Pacific Division showdown with Golden State. And once again, it was the Rain Man who provided a stormy climate for Don Nelson and his injury-riddled Warriors.
The Sonics make it 7 in a row, 37-17.
While the Sonics continue to press the division-leading Suns, in this week's news, notes, and quotes, we find that Seattle is fine-tuning their roster for the stretch run. The Sonics acquired versatile forward Sam Perkins from the Lakers, giving Seattle yet another threat in the low post. In return, the Lakers acquired the rights to rookie Doug Christie and former Clipper Benoit Benjamin.
I think if I get some minutes and some time, I'm quite sure my numbers will be there. So I'm not really worried about myself from a basketball standpoint. I think I'm worried about myself more mentally than physically.
Elsewhere, the Pistons traded Orlando Woolridge to the Bucks for guard Alvin Robertson.
Detroit has a great tradition. They know how to win, and they want to get back there and give it another shot. And I just hope that I can get an opportunity to play in a playoff series past the first round.
It's a three-peat. No, it's Ed Nealy. It is his 3rd trip to the Bulls.
That's right. The Warriors sent Ed Nealy to Chicago in exchange for a conditional 2nd-round pick. And finally, Jazz guard John Stockton became just the 4th player in league history to surpass a rare milestone.
So John Stockton, with that last assist, has reached 8,000 career assists. And before he's through, he'll be #1 all time.
As the nation's most dominant college player, he would lead Kansas to a national championship and would be handpicked to deliver a struggling Clipper franchise into the light. It was a dream seemingly destined for a fairy tale conclusion until it almost ended with one false step.
I thought it was something like a twist of an ankle. You know, when you twist an ankle, you can run it off. And I got to half court and I realized that there's no running this off. All my life, you know, I set the goal of wanting to become a pro player. And I get there in 26 games into my pro season, I blow my knee out and I'm told I'll never play again at this level. That was hard to take. It made me work harder, but at the time it was pretty difficult.
For the next 11 months, Manning would be forced to work harder off the court than he ever had on it in an effort to rebuild a shattered knee and reclaim a shattered dream.
It's a heartwarming moment for Danny Manning. Believe you me.
He has just been announced. He is finally returned. Throws up a circus try that won't go, and Manning quickly out with it to Grant. Boy, the Clippers looking to run. Manning available. Look for Harper. What a look!
Oh, Manning, what a pass to Harper. Oh, that's something else.
Knocked away. By Manning. Drexler facing him. He scores.
I think Danny is the guy that everybody looks to initiate everything.
To Higgins, Brown with the block from behind. Look at this feed from Danny Manning to Gary Grant.
I've heard some guys, some very prominent people in the NBA say he's the closest thing to Magic Johnson. I definitely agree with that.
Look how active he is. Oh, what a move. What a move. Oh, I wish I could vote for the All-Star team right now. I'd vote as many times as I could for Danny Manning.
It was an opinion that would be shared by many. So this year, Manning would join a select club in Utah and become an NBA All-Star, proving once and for all that he had finally made it all the way back.
This is his best season, in my opinion, coming back from the very serious ACL ligament surgery that basically ruined the beginning of his career. And at this point, I'd say he would have to be the greatest success story for that surgery.
And now in our Legends, we take a look at a versatile forward from another era who had all the skills. Maurice Stokes, a player whose career was tragically cut short by a paralyzing injury. However, for the precious years that he did grace the hardwood floor, it was to bear witness to pure mastery of the sport.
Maurice, had he been able to continue his career, would have been the dominant player in professional basketball history. If you think about a fella 6'7", playing at about 275, that could dribble the length of the floor, play guard, forward, take it in the pivot, do whatever had to be done on a basketball floor. There aren't too many of those people that have ever played the game.
He was today's player in the 50s. He had everything, and he loved the game. You know, whenever he came to play, he was smiling, he was happy, he was playing the game of his life, and he loved it.
Perhaps what this special person left us was a vision of the future.
Maurice Stokes, in my opinion, was a forerunner of Magic Johnson. I would say if his career wasn't cut short, undoubtedly he'd be a Hall of Famer and also would have been one of the greats in NBA history. He was that good. He really was.
Now we take an inside look at some of the greatest teams in NBA history. The 1986 Boston Celtics were a talented group of veterans, solidly bonded together, and always led by Larry Bird.
He kind of sets the tone, and a lot of time sets the mood of the team with his player, his attitude. It's similar to, like, you know, a flock of geese. You know, if you have one leader, the rest of the geese kind of follow in, and Larry Bird's really our leader.
With a remarkable 40-1 record under the championship banners of Boston Garden, and with the league's best sixth man in Bill Walton, the 86 Celtics coasted to the title.
They fling it around to Walton on the right side, off the glass, and Bill Walton makes it a 28-point lead.
I've always felt that, and still feel that that's the best team I've ever seen in this league. I'm sure Magic's got a team he liked to throw up against him.
In 1987, the Lakers began a two-year period of dominance, which really started with Magic Johnson taking on more offensive responsibility.
You know, they finally turned the team over to me and let me do my thing, which was great.
Now with the team in his capable hands, Johnson dethroned Larry Bird's Celtics. But winning the finals that year was not enough for the hungry Lakers.
I feel grateful to be alive and living in Los Angeles, and I'm guaranteeing everybody here, next year we're going to win it again.
The final obstacle for LA in 1988 were the young but tough Detroit Pistons. But the Magic Man and his supporting cast were determined to make history.
The greatest team ever in the NBA was the 1971-72 Laker team, in which I was a bench warmer on. After winning 69 games, we won 33 consecutive games. I don't think there'll ever be a team like that one again, or a season like that one again.
Led by the awesome Wilt Chamberlain, this aging yet still dynamic team knew what it took to win.
We did everything the way the coach wanted, and everything worked for us. And it got to be almost funny because we knew no one could beat us. I mean, we felt invincible.
For that Laker team to do what they did, I still think that they did more in the game of basketball than any other team for the talent that they had.
In his earlier days in 1967, Wilt would lead a Philadelphia 76ers team loaded with talent. Giving up some of his own individual scoring, Chamberlain would look to his teammates more than ever. And as another showdown neared with the team of the decade, the Boston Celtics, a newfound confidence was evident.
Everyone knew this is it. You know, there's no chance. We're gonna beat the Celtics.
Philadelphia defeated Boston in 5 games for the Eastern Division title and denied the Celtics a 9th straight championship. The finals were then a mere formality as the Sixers eliminated the Warriors, staking their claim as one of the greatest teams in NBA history. But 6 years later, as we find out in our magic moments, these same 76ers would provide us with the other side of the spectrum. The 1973 season was one which Philadelphia would love to forget, as the Sixers finished with the worst record in NBA history.
It's like playing on the Philadelphia 76er team in the middle 70s, when our record was, if you can believe this, 9 wins, 73 losses.
It was that season of many struggles that has left the Sixers in a class by themselves for the last 20 years.
I've had many newspaper people call me and want information about that year because it's so unusual.
But currently, the 4-48 Dallas Mavericks are threatening to surpass this rather dubious distinction.
You have to go back to the 1972-73 Philadelphia 76ers, who finished 9-73, worst record in the history of the NBA. Dallas is right on target.
2, 1. In our courtside countdown, at number 10, Orlando's in need of a miracle, and poof, just like magic, they get it.
They get it into Anderson, 3-pointer, good! Holy mackerel!
We move on to the Meadowlands to check out the Blazers, and you can bet that you won't catch Portland sitting down on the job.
Oh, that was just an incredible play. I don't know how they pulled it off.
We're in Orlando for number 8, where rest assured, MJ never takes Horace for granted.
Oh, what a pass from Jordan to Grant. What a pass. Oh.
Any requests? Like, do you need a buzzer beater? Well, just ask, and you shall receive.
1 second remaining, midcourt. Askew will get a shot off. Good if it goes. He banked it up and in. He banked it up and in. The three-point range. Vincent Askew.
Ah, nothing could be finer than our pick for 6, starring slam dunk champ Harold Miner.
Oh, my. Slam dunk king. That guy have a cape or what?
After his stellar shooting performance, Chicago's real bullish on Trent Tucker.
Somebody's going to have to bail him out. Tucker gets it away. Oh, the three. A dagger. His 5th three. Oh, man.
Blasting off in Houston at number 4 is the Rockets' Carl Herrera. It's T-minus, baby! You know, sometimes you just gotta wonder where the Warriors come up with plays like this.
Down to an open Hardaway. The trailer is held.
We'll throw you for a loop at number 2 with this unreal alley-oop.
Wow. He caught it and drilled it.
Oh, my goodness.
And for our number 1 play, the Warriors are at it again, as Tim Hardaway shows us his golden touch.
Hardaway. Oh, what a shot!